Welcome back to Perkins Pipes. We've got this Medico Alma Mater estate pipe that I had restored. I'm going to bring this guy out for a little run today. And I want to talk about something having to do with convenience and if there can be too much convenience. So let's get this guy lit. Let's get to talking. I was out to dinner with some friends not too long ago, and one of them asked an interesting question. And it actually took me back to something that my dad used to say. And my friend asked a question. My friend said, would you, if you could, take a pill that would take care of your sleep needs? So take a pill without actually having to sleep, 7-8 hours a night, whatever. And actually, before I go on with that, it's an interesting thing. I have noticed, I don't think I really paid attention until I started watching these videos myself. I rarely clench on the left side of my face. I rarely do that. I do it sometimes, but not really very often. So there's a question. There's a question for early in the video. Usually I save questions till late in the video. Got some kind of strong wind here. Hopefully that doesn't obscure the audio too much. But if you clench, do you tend to clench on one side of your face more than the other? Or are you kind of equal to one side and another? For me, I definitely tend to clench more on what is, for me, the right side. At any rate, the question was, would you take a pill, if you could, in order to avoid having to sleep however many hours a night? And I had to think about that. My immediate reaction, my immediate answer was yes, absolutely. That'd be great. Take care of my sleeping needs and not have to waste time. In fact, Edgar Allan Poe, the American poet, had this a deeply dark line. Of course, Poe was a very dark poet. And he said, sleep, those little slices of death, how I loathe them. Okay, well, that's Poe. But it's not that I loathe sleep, but there's so many things I want to do. Enjoy my pipe, making videos, reading, writing, doing so many other things. Like, wow, that'd be great. Take a pill, could take care of my sleep needs, have all these free hours then for whatever other activities. And then I got to thinking about that. And I thought, no, I wouldn't do that. And it's not because I just enjoy sleep, which I do. There's no question about that. I enjoy good sleeping in on the weekend. But that isn't how God made us. God made us with a natural rhythm and cycle for eating and sleeping and drinking and working and playing and all of these things. As the book of Ecclesiastes famously says, there is a time and a season for every purpose under heaven. And it took me back to something my dad used to say. He often said that if he could just take a pill and not have to eat dinner, he would. And I don't really know why he said that. I never asked him about it. I never heard him explain it. He definitely was not what you would call a foodie. He definitely was not someone who went in for exotic or gourmet types of food. He was very basic steak and potatoes kind of guy. So I don't know. Maybe food was boring to him. I don't know. But he used to say that. But as we've talked on this channel before, I like to shave with a safety razor rather than one of the cool dude new, 15 blades and it, I don't know, does all this kind of stuff. It's ridiculous. I enjoy the slowness of a pipe. Admittedly, I do watch some videos on YouTube at 1.5 or 2 times the speed in order to get through them more quickly. I do that. And as much as I love fountain pens and nice stationery, I use email and a word processor. Come on. I mean, it's the 21st century, and so most of my work is done on a computer, which is more efficient. It saves time. And I don't know if you've ever been to Disney World in Florida. Wonderful ride called the Carousel of Progress. And you sit down in this kind of semicircular room, and the stage rotates slowly in front of you, and it allows you to see progress in technology over the years. And it's so interesting to see what was advanced technology, back in, say, the 1920s or the 1950s or the 2000s. It's interesting to see that progress over time. Much of our progress is about saving time-saving devices. And I don't think there's anybody who would really say, well, yeah, let's go back to the creek and beat our clothes against rocks. Come on. No, we're not going to do that, right? We're going to use a washing machine. Faster done, the better. I'm fine with that. And there are certain things that I'm just as fine doing in the microwave. But I do think there are things that I don't want a time-saving device. I don't want to take a pill, as it were, to satisfy that particular need. So I guess my question is this. How much convenience is too much? Is there a limit? Is there, well, I've saved so much time, but then for what? What am I actually doing with all the time that I've saved? I think email was supposed to save us a lot of time, and how much of us spend time checking email, right? So talk to us about that. What do you think about convenience and time-saving devices? How about you answer my friend's question? Would you take a pill to satisfy your sleep needs? Or my dad's comment, would you take a pill to satisfy your eating and drinking needs? I'm curious what your thoughts are about that. As always, we end these sessions by saying Malcolm Guite's wonderful line, I do these little things in order at last to do nothing. And boy, that definitely seems like it's not about just saving time, right? It's about the slowness, the time it takes to pack, to light, to relight. We do those little things in order at last to do nothing. Or as I like to say in Latin, Parva agam ut tandem, nihil agam. Have a wonderful day.